Okay, so good morning, everyone. Today, our topic is about grammar. We will start the grammar series this week, okay? But I remember last week we had grammar for IELTS, which is a summarized version. However, because of my assessment, most of the individuals, most of the students nowadays have trouble with their grammar. And I was able to troubleshoot that when we were having our one-on-one coaching. That's why we've decided to cover all the grammar lectures again. So that's good kasi I know naman that many of you are intimidated with your grammar since those lessons were in elementary or high school pa, right? So just for you to know, we have a total of 9 grammar series. Okay. So grammar 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But we have the 10th grammar lecture, which was the one that we did last week. I think that was a Wednesday. Can't remember correctly, but I think it was a Wednesday. So if you feel like you want to go on a shortcut, you can just replay grammar for IELTS, which is a summarization of all the grammar lectures. But if you feel like, yeah, we need to tackle all the parts of speech and everything about grammar, let's have grammar 1 to 9, okay? Okay, so today we will be discussing very basic things. But did you know that the basic things are the ones that you have already forgotten? Okay? Why is this going to be very important for your test? Because on the writing subtest, you can commit a lot of grammar lapses, and definitely you will be leaving digital evidences of your mistakes with capitalization, with spelling, with the use of pronouns, with the use of tenses, all that. It's all grammar related. And of course, aside from achieving the goal, which is a 250 word essay and a 150 word task one, writing task one, you also have to pay attention to your grammar as it's really going to accumulate a lot of your points. All right. So today we're gonna have basic lessons about the different kinds of nouns, their function, verbals. What are verbals? Ngayon ko lang to ulit narinig, ma'am. So that's great because we're gonna talk about it today. And also we're gonna talk about pronouns and articles. Okay. Which is very important because when in speaking, a lot of you during the interview keep misusing articles. And that is quite alarming because articles are used multiple times in your sentences and in your writing. Yung articles na tinutukoy ko yun yung the, and am. Okay? Yung mga small details na ganon, they actually matter. Because if sobrang daming accumulated lapses, then it will take up a lot of your score in grammar. Okay? So, pasensya na if medyo elementary tong level ng ating discussion today. But again, it will definitely be useful. It will definitely somehow refresh yung mga isip natin from sa tagal na hindi natin to na discuss or yun na pag-aralan. Okay? So first, let's talk about nouns. There are actually a lot of types, lots of nouns. Okay? As you can see in the examples written, we have the word James. It's a name. What category does that fall under? Yes, James is a person, and the name of a person, the name of a place, those are called proper nouns. Okay? So James is a noun and it's a proper noun. And then we have the word apple. Unless we're not talking about the brand, this is a common noun. It's a thing. It's edible. It's an apple. An apple a day. It falls in category nouns. Next, we have Mexico. Mexico and beach, nouns. But what's the difference? The word Mexico is capitalized for what specific reason? Because it's not the name of a country. That's why it's okay. And we have pencil, car, penguin. We all know these are all common nouns, as you realize, and they are just a pencil brand. I think so, right? More on a highlighter, Mongol pencil. Yes, sikat na sikat yan ng elementary. And then we have car. It's a generic word because there are different brands of cars, right? What's your car? Yeah. Wow, Nax. Sana all. All right, so yung figurine lang pala. At least meron, right? Okay, but I know you're kidding. I know that it's part right there. Okay. Next, we have penguin. Again, this is a generic noun. If you have a pet penguin, which is unlikely to have, you name your pet Bruno. Usually, referring to any dog, we use. There are more than just one. And we also have raise the meaning, right? Like so now we have is the pronouns. Silently. So see the graphics below. We have. I'm assuming that's an iced coffee. Okay, an iced coffee. Matcha latte. All right. Who's into matcha these days? Ako gusto kong gayahin yung mga trend these days na I couldn't find the time. I think we have a tree and a pretzel. Okay. They fall under the category of places, objects. Okay? But, of course, actions, ideas, and events are also considered common nouns. All right, let's get into the details. This for you. So, we have captain, crew, and sail. Okay, captain associated with the name. Captain Chavez. Okay, that's when you capitalize the word, the first letter of the word captain. If it's associated with the name of a person, okay? But in this case, it's a common noun. And we have crew and sail. Number 2, she bought a new car. Bakit may naririnig akong nagsasabi ng she? Is that a common noun? It falls under the category of pronoun. Okay? Yun yung, di ba mga pronouns, yun yung nagsasubstitute sa subjects. Oh. Right? But in this case, it's a pronoun. The only common noun here is car. Number 3, do you have an extra pen? Okay, pen. Number 4, you should read this book. Number 5, the band played until 3 in the morning. Band. And then morning is also a common noun. Okay? I am happy to see you. This is a little bit tricky. Happy. Happy is a feeling, and it falls under the category of adverb because it describes an action. I'm happy. Okay, so in In this sentence, there is no common noun. Okay? Pronouns lang. Okay? Next we have, I'll meet you at the park. And a dog is a man's best friend. We have dog, man, and okay, this is a bit tricky as well. Best is an adjective. At kung mapapansin nyo, may space. Ganun talaga pag best friend lang, dapat may space, di ba? Okay. Lalo na if, like boy-girl best friend, you have to put some space. So, but definitely, the common noun here is only friend because the word best is an adjective. Okay? Pero balikan natin yung mga na-skip nating slides because of the technical issue. Okay? Sa susunod siguro, I think I would just use Teams application. It's the substitute for Skype. Kasi napalitan na yung Skype, ginawa ng Teams. Tapos parang, it's a collaboration of the Skype and the Zoom setup. But it's just newly introduced. Kaya, this May lang siya naging sikat, right? Kasi sabi ni Sir Kevin, I need to update it. See? The page is not responding again. Okay. Ayan, okay. Let's just... All right, so... People, mother, child, student, common nouns. Places, city, country, restaurant, they're common nouns. Water, table, computer, they fall under objects. And ideas such as love, respect, and pride. However, there are some exemptions in the rules, okay? So the word mother, did you know that this can actually be a proper noun in a sentence? If the word mother is used as a subject in right? So city. So letter S in Seoul is capitalized, same as the letter C in the word city. But if it's used alone, like just then you have to capitalize restaurant. Okay? Sino dito mga taga San Isidro? Nueva Ecija. Have you been to Meng's restaurant? Meng's restaurant, you know that, right? It's very aesthetic, it's very cutesy. If you love taking Instagram photos and you love vintage vibes, I can recommend that. Siguro hindi ko lang masyadong ma-recommend because it doesn't have salad or veggie options. But I don't know, that was probably a year ago. Baka nag-update na sila ng menu. But definitely, ano lang, the word Meng's restaurant, M is supposed to be capitalized, and the word restaurant, letter R, is supposed to be capitalized. Only if it's used as the brand or the name of a proper noun. Okay? Pero kung gagamitin mo lang siya in a typical situation, for example, meet me at the restaurant. That's just a common noun. You don't need to capitalize it, okay? "20 years later." Bago mo ma-switch sa kabilang slide. So, okay. What if iganito ko na lang siya, guys? Nababasa niyo pa rin? No, no? It's too small. Okay. The important thing to remember is that common nouns are general names. Okay? That's why you should not capitalize them unless they begin a sentence or are part of a title. Okay? They can only be capitalized if it's part of a title or if it's in the beginning of a sentence. Restaurants these days are very pricey because of the inflation. So there you go. Of course, definitely you have to know that the first word and the first letter of a sentence is supposed to be capitalized. You might think, Ma'am, ang elementary naman ng level na pinag-uusapan natin right now. But mind you, there are a lot of students who fail their writing test just because of capitalization issues. That's why we need to remind you guys from time to time, okay? So let's take a look at this example over here. Love in the Time of Cholera. It's a book. Obviously, you can see the book, right? So, what are the words that you have to capitalize? Only the main words. Okay? Words such as prepositions and articles are lowercase. Pag sinabing lowercase, not capitalized. Okay? In, it's a preposition. The, it's an article. Of is a preposition. Ah, talaga ma'am, ngayon ko lang nalaman. Joke lang. Okay, so love in the time of cholera. We only capitalize love, time, and cholera because those are main words. Okay? Title of a movie, that rule applies to titles of movies, titles of books, any title. Title of a research, title of an essay, all right? And we have apples are healthy. Yes, the word apple is just a common noun, but it's capitalized. Why? Because it's in the beginning of the sentence, right? Wait lang, guys. Wait lang. Ang daming mga nagpapa-admit. Ito na, ina-accept ko na kayo, guys. It's just that. Can you hear me now? Is the audio fixed? Because earlier, I think Zoom was crashing, so you couldn't hear me. But hopefully now you can hear me. Christine, can you hear me now? I'm assuming that you can. Your silence means yes. Okay, now let's move on to proper nouns. Okay. So now when we say proper nouns, these are the opposite of common nouns. If common nouns are generalized terms, proper nouns, on the other hand, in contrary, ibig sabihin kabaliktaran, they are specific names. Titles, name of a person, name of a country, name of a city, holidays, days of the week, months of a year. Okay? How about seasons? Winter, summer, spring, fall. Are they proper nouns? They're not. Okay? Masaya siya. Okay. So, these are examples of proper nouns. We have Harry Potter. Hindi siya Harry Potter. In British, we say it Harry Potter. Okay, so Kobe Bryant. Oh, yeah. So, places, we have China, Mall of Asia. All right, so, it's a proper. East Avenue, the name of a street. Okay? Objects, Swatch. What is Swatch? It's the brand of a watch, right? Pero pwede din siyang gawing verb. Actually, it's also a verb. Swatch means, alam to ng mga mahilig mag-makeup. When you go to Watson's, I guess, you like swatch the product to check if it's pigmented or if it's good. Relate naman kayo, right? You swatch it. It means you check the quality by putting it on, applying it. And Cadbury. Ayan yung mga ipapasalubong nyo sa amin pag galing kayong abroad, okay? Sa amin talaga, I'm just kidding. So Cadbury, yan yung, it's actually one of my favorites because have you tried the cocoa powder of Cadbury? Yung ginagawang hot chocolate? It's better than Swiss. Uy, nag-promote. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, next we have titles. What is Lord of the Rings? It's a series of movies. Kasi parang may mga sequel siya, no? Yeah. The Avengers, Pride and Prejudice by Shakespeare, William Shakespeare. It's a theatrical play. And I think there's also a movie. Yeah, there's a movie too. And then we have events. International events or local holidays, those are proper nouns, okay? Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's, Bonifacio Day, Rizal Day. Even the word day is capitalized because it's the name of an event or a holiday, okay? We also have Hershey's chocolate. Disney Channel, yun yung logo ng Disney Channel. Yeah, the series, movies. The name of a newspaper company, the New York Times. Fats and sugar. Pero they advertise it as something healthy to start your day, but actually it has a lot of hidden agenda. Hidden agenda. Okay. Hidden calories, hidden sugar, mga ganon, okay? So if you want to keep healthy and avoid artificial sugar sweeteners, just to try to eat whole wheat. Biglang naging iba na yung topic. Bakit ganon, ma'am? Okay. Ford, brand of a car, of course. The Home Depot. Nasang era na ba kayo ng buhay nyo? I mean, kasi, di ba, yung ibang mga brand, pinapakita dito. Sige, balikan nga natin. Pinapakita dito yung like, Home Depot. Ano ba? City Hardware. Handyman. Yan yung mga era ng mga titos, titas, yung mga nagpapagawa na ng bahay. Nasa ganong era na ba kayo? Kasi ako wala pa eh. I'm in my, pa lang, 20s. 20s. Okay. Or nasa era ba kayo ng, Disney Channel. Since may mga bagets, right? So probably your kids want you to subscribe to Disney Channel. Dati Netflix lang eh. Ngayon meron ng Prime. Ano pa ba yung iba? View. Nickelodeon. Ayoko nang magbanggit. Baka mahalata yung age ko. Okay. So, Cartoon Network. Ano yun? Hindi ko alam yun. Just kidding. Uy, sobrang babad ako sa Cartoon Network dati. Ano pinapanood niyo doon? Dexter and his Laboratory. What else? Ano ko? Mga Gen Z yan. Nowadays, mga Gen Z. Ilan nga kami? At saka ano pa? Yung Sailor Moon, yung lumang anime ito eh. Pero after, pero sa yung character. Sakura. Uy, alam na alam. Pang babae yun na. What else? Ah. Si Miss Apple. Teacher Rachel. Si Bleepy yun. Sa mga baby naman, Cocomelon. July. Princeton is probably, I don't know, the university? I think it's all now if it's countable or not. All right? First is or. Okay. Okay. Countable. Orange is countable. They are tangible most of the time, or they need a certain unit of measurement in order for you to specify it. For example, powdered form things such as coffee, what else? Flour. What isipin mo, you can actually count. But it's not ideal for you to do so. Kailangan ko kaya kung ilang piraso nung kasi conscious ka sa ano mo, sugar intake. Binilang mo na lang talaga yung granules. So isn't that pathetic? So that's why we leave the category of because we use measurements such as a cup of sugar, right? A cup of water, a pint, um, a liter, or a gallon. Mga ganyan. Please mute your microphones. Yeah, I know. What time is it? Okay, so while I'm resetting my Zoom, what I'm gonna do is give you guys a 5-minute break. I-restart ko yung computer para tuloy-tuloy na lang. Okay, guys, don't leave the meeting. I'll just